It's game time in Boston as the crowds look to cheer on the Celtics. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against Orlando. And what really made that outcome a surprise was how lopsided it was.
Well, listen.
And both of these teams have really been playing well lately.
Boy, yeah, this is one of those games you pencil in on that calendar. They've both been playing great basketball. You want to see who can keep that roll going.
Well said. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Here it's Edge at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Horford kicks to Crowder. Johnson the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bradley passes to Crowder. And a miss there on the triple. On defense, Boston. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
I mean, you can say it. The defense was awful. They took away nothing and got scored on relentlessly.
Horford sets a screen for Johnson. Bradley with the ball. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Brooklyn. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Mirotic dishes to Butler. Johnson with the block.
Oh, the rim protection from Johnson. One more thing that makes him special.
Thomas kicks to Horford. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
The first free throw is good. One thing the Bulls have to deal with that is unique to their franchise, Greg, is a extremely high expectation factor from their fan base.
And when you have a rich franchise history like the Bulls, it's a double-edged sword. Fans can always look back at the great years in the 90s, but they'll always long for a return to those days, and sometimes the expectations can be too much.
Rondo passes to Lopez. He dishes it to Wade. The 3. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. Dave?
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Picked by Horford. Johnson outside. Dishes it to Horford. And that one comes up a bit short.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket. And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Here's Thomas. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Horford with a screen on Rondo. Thomas kicks to Horford. High post try, and the shot is good.
Oh, the assist from Thomas. Finding the open man. Nice decision offensively.
Here's Rondo. A rebound by Johnson.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
Well, that's just a stupendous effort by him right there. He stopped him dead in his tracks.
Kicks it out to Bradley. And that misses. That would have put him up.
After 5 shots, they only have one make. Not a great start.
Wade dishes to Rondo. Back to Wade. Outside Butler. And Mirotic has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Horford with a screen on run. Thomas passes to Bradley. Horford kicks to Johnson. Outer dishes to Horford. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And one of the best outside shooting big men in the league, Al Horford, showing his touch.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Lopez kicks to Butler. Back to Lopez. Johnson with the block. Now here's Thomas. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Stolen by Wade. Right side, Rondo. Now the pass to Mirotic. Shoots from the baseline. A rebound by Johnson.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Johnson the screen. Thomas passes to Bradley. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bradley's got his first points of the game.
And you know what? While Bradley is focused on shooting more threes and less two-point jumpers, I mean, when you're feeling it, you got to let it fly, guy.
The shot by Wade, wide open. And again, Chicago, no good. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Pass to Horford. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Well, one thing about Coach Brad Stevens, he's very composed on the sideline. He said it was a lesson he learned at Butler. If he gets rattled, the team does. So whether the game is going well or going poorly, you can't tell from looking at him. He keeps an even keel.
And he's good on the second. And Stevens keeps that steady demeanor. But that doesn't mean, Chris, he won't get into players if he thinks they're not playing the right way.
But even there, keeping that poker face helps. Players don't want to be embarrassed in front of thousands. As a coach, if you pull a player aside or keep it in the huddle, that's appreciated. You'll see him talking to a player and he looks cool and calm. But if you're a lip reader, it might be a different story.
Bradley. Chalk up 2 there. Bradley's got his second bucket of the night.
With his athleticism, nice to see Brad.
Let's go, hustle up.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Well, I just think they're pressing too much, not really in a rhythm. Have to let the game come to you.
To the left side wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Celtics with possession here. 4-point game. Outside Thomas. Feeds it to Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
Oh, don't get in his way. Horford not to be denied when he gets in that close.
Chicago's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Mirotic. Lopez a screen. Back to Rondo. Kicks to Wade. Three-pointer. Butler. A basket good off the assist from Wade. 6 points for Butler.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Horford with a screen on run. Thomas goes in. Here's Horford. Misses from close range.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Rondo against Thomas. Now Rondo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Lopez, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Chris, in the NBA now, there are a great deal of power forwards who take bits and pieces of your game and add it to their own. But when you grew up, who did you model your game after?
Oh, wow. Well, growing up, I mean, it's very simple. My favorite players are the players that I modeled my game after. As a big fella, I wanted to be a ball handler, and so the best ball handler was...
Wake up out there. Come on. These guys are relying on one man to beat us. He is penetrating into our paint and doing whatever. He wants.
Today, but they wouldn't be as great as they are if it was not for the generation that came before them. Why? Because you kind of know and you have a bar that you want to set, and it's hard to know how much to challenge yourself until you see that bar. And so guys setting the bar, setting those expectations, setting those goals allows for guys to work on their game and get better. So, I mean, just think in 20 years, what will guys be doing out there with the generation that we have now out there setting the table for them?
Yeah, great perspective.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Inside, tries to save it. Laverne dishes to Grant. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Bulls lead by one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
They set the pick. Olynyk, a screen on Grant. The feed to Olynyk. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball.
And one thing I like with the Celtics, you see the chemistry and the continuity, not just on the court, but on every level. Coaching, front office, ownership, they're all on the same page.
Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Smart kicks to Horford. And here is Brown. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game to stop the run, and a dunk by Horford.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And for the Celtics as an organization, when you have that trust and that common understanding, Chris, that makes a huge difference.
Well, you have to give the leadership some credit, because part of being a great organization is hiring great people and letting them do their job. Ownership and management are involved, but not overbearing. And forward thinking, this is a franchise that is exploring every avenue to find an edge.
And there's the 3-second violation. And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Thomas.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate, because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
1:29 left to play in the first. Grant outside. Butler up top. To the inside, to the wing on the left. Here's Portis. They get it back. Moves back up. It's tipped.
Oh, and he's the rare player with a shorter arm span than his height. I mean, Olynyk is still going to get his share of blocks.
Boston making a switch here. Urebko's checked in. .109 left in the first quarter. Butler in the corner. Baseline J on the way, and Boston with the rebound.
If he can find himself out there, his team will be in fantastic shape to get this win.
From deep. Yarebko can't get it to go.
The defense took a big risk leaving him wide open and got lucky. He clanked that outside shot.
Celtics trail by 3. Rozier the pass to Olynyk. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Butler. There's a screen. The dish to Yarebko. Just 5 on the clock. Brown inside. Defended by Butler. And it's Brown missing.
Really surprised he clanked that one. He makes those on the regular.
Grant outside. From deep three-point range. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Bulls as they wrap up the first quarter with a 13-4 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And a guy who seems to improve every season.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player, and if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, consistent pressure on the ball, taking some chances right now. The other side scrambling to adjust.
Thomas and Smart, the feisty backcourt pairing. Crowder and Yarebko are the small and power forwards. And it's Olynyk in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Tries a 3, buries it from three-point range.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
This is a shooter's dream. They are really letting the outside shot fly.
In an era where every point guard, Chris, seems to be able to score 20 points and passing is secondary. The thing about Rondo that is unique is the way he plays the game. He's always looking to feed.
And Rondo is first and foremost a playmaker, which is a rarer and rarer thing today. He is unique in that he isn't a perimeter threat as a point guard. It might be some time before we see a player play with Rondo's style again.
Smart kicks to Thomas. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Mirotic, the screen. Here's Wade. Isaiah Thomas pulls it in.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Solid defense. They weren't going anywhere against them there.
Chicago leading. Down low, here's Lopez. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Great playmakers help everything run so smoothly. Excellent lead pass.
Boston making some changes. Al Horford, he's checked in for Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Yarebko. And it's Avery Bradley in for Smart. From deep, Thomas. Boston, no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 4. Rondo with it. Now Thomas defending. Rondo kicks to Mirotic from 10 feet out. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Mirotic has got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit. giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. Pass to Zips. And Mirotic has it in the corner. No good on the three. Time called here. The Celtics.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk.
Get lost, Boston!
We've got to make it tougher for Rondo out there.
A strategy that's used by all staffs and all head coaches. But coaching is a lot of motivating your players to give it their all. And when you look at all the different coaches around the league, which coaches do you think are the best at motivating?
Well, you know, that's hard to answer. You really have to play with this guy. That's an intimate type question. But from where I'm standing, I would definitely think from a motivating point of view, I'd have to go with Doc Rivers. He just seems to know how to communicate to his players, how to get them to fight down to the last drop, and that's what you want in a coach.
Well said. Rondo with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Left block shot on the way. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Thomas. Outside Bradley. Left side Crowder. He feeds it to Horford. Lopez with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Wade with the ball. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Bradley against Wade. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. And the Bulls making a change here. Valentine's checked in. Here's Horford. He's coming off a 19-point game against Brooklyn.
No, that's because of the consistent effort on the glass. Unbelievable. The overall energy he played with.
Clock is at 3. Here's Crowder. The offensive rebound. Dishes to Horford. Now here's Johnson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Rondo against Thomas. He kicks it to Bradley. And Thomas has it in the corner. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, his shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and provide for him.
Rondo against Thomas to stop the drought. Rondo, good. Rondo's got the lead up to 6 now for Chicago.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Awesome attack toward the basket right there. This young man stays on his grind, showing his true grit and finding a way to get that one to go. Not really nice there. Poor technique on the screen, but savvy scoring move to save that trip down the floor.
Chicago calls timeout. And this is a young Celtics team. Even the vets still just entering their prime years. Chris, they've built from within, and what a great environment to develop in.
I mean, come on, one of the best. A great tradition and history of winning. A passionate and knowledgeable fan base. Committed ownership and front office. The players are given everything they need to be successful.
Now Bradley. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Horford. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And here's Rondo. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Laverne kicks to Butler. Beyond the arc. That shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their line.
Yeah, and when you bench is putting up major points makes the whole offense that much more difficult to defend. They went to blowout city.
To the middle, here's Laverne. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 5 assists tonight.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Back to Horford. Chicago making some changes. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Valentine, and it's Jaren Grant in for Rajon Rondo. Outside Brantley, picked by Horford. Shot off the screen, just 5 to shoot. Rozier, it's good from long range. Rozier's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, Chicago has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Butler on the wing, but 3. And Boston with the rebound. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Oh, man, Horford, I mean, getting loose out there, having a game for himself offensively.
For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Lets it go from 14. And the shot falls short this time.
That's the kind of shot you want him to take every time. He just happened to miss that time.
And here's Bradley from 3. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for Chicago.
It's been the guards who dominated the ball, but really in a good way, creating opportunities for their teammates, and that's something they'll look to continue here down the stretch.
Chicago trailing here. It's stolen. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And looking now at the numbers for Johnson. His last 10 games, he's around 6 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Brown is checked in for Crowder, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. The shot by Butler, nobody around, and the Bulls with another miss.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Olynyk, a screen on Grant. Rozier kicks to Smart. Lock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. Jerebko can't get it to go. And Chicago shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. Grant gets a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Grant's got 7 points.
He's not the most prolific shooter from downtown, but someone on defense still has to check him.
Smart with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 51 seconds left in the first half. Grant kicks to Butler. Back to Grant. Inside. Laverne. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Come on, gentlemen. Let's go. These guys are relying on one man to beat us. He's getting into our paint at will. Take away the easy driving lanes and force him to go baseline. Limit his
match, a constant back and forth of in-game adjustments.
Here's Rozier. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Jerebko has it in the corner. The pass to Rozier. Butler against Brown. Here's Jerebko. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Jerebko's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Here's Butler. He has 6. And it's Grant in the corner. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Rozier. That one doesn't drop. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bulls lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, your assessment of how your team played in that first half?
I thought we came out with a very good mentality on the defensive end, getting steals, led to fast break layups. I thought our pace was good on offense. If we can keep that up, we'll be in good shape.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Well, it was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Efficiency, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risks.
And that about wraps it up as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game.
Never a shortage of motion on Soldiers Field Road as we welcome. Welcome you back to historic Boston. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Al Horford has been sensational.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
Yeah, great activity in the painted area. Lots of energy. Looking to score almost every time he got the ball.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Bulls 5 right now. Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. D-Wade out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's Butler in at the small forward. Horford's shot is good.
How about Horford there showing the jump shot? More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
Outside Rondo. Wade outside. Here's Mirotić. Here's Lopez. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Chris, you had a lengthy career that spanned a decade and a half. In all your years as a player, who was the biggest trash talker that you either played with or against?
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry Bird was a big trash talker, and I got a chance to play with him in Dream Team and other basketball type settings. He was one of them. We also got to go with my man GP, Gary Payton. He was a big trash talker, and I'd probably have to go with my man Larry Bird or GP. Gary Payton, 6'4" GP. I was on the plane with him one time, and he was talking trash in his sleep. So, Gary's somewhere talking right now, playing the game. So, yeah, that's Gary's style. He's the biggest trash talker I've met.
Butler, no good.
Very slow start so far this half. They're only 1 for 4 so far. Now, when you think about Amir Johnson, the last ever prep to pro draftee. Now, look, he was taken out of high school with the 56th pick by the Pistons back in 2005. Learning from the vets on that squad, he learned how to win.
And we're not used to thinking of 11-year vets still having room to grow. But you know what, Chris? All
right, bring it in. Let's talk, gentlemen. I want our defense focused on shutting down Rondo. He is penetrating into our paint and doing whatever he wants.
Players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 5 is Isaiah Thomas.
quite a roll he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
On defense, Chicago. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. He dishes it to Crowder. Back to Thomas. 5 to shoot. A 3.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, you look around the league and the post-up is giving way to more and more pick and rolls, more and more three-point shooting. Some big men don't like it, but Amir Johnson embraces the change. He said, "It's what I do. I'm a big that likes to set screens and roll." And Kevin, with his combination of range and finishing inside, has become one of the best at it in the game.
Very efficient, D.A. Thanks. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
At the rim, long distance, Thomas can score from anywhere on the court.
Now here's Rondo. Lopez outside. Wade on the wing. From the arc. Hands it from downtown. Wade's got 5.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
To the paint. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
On the rise, Johnson with the extension.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Rondo kicks to Lopez. Here's Butler out to Wade. Clock at 6. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's 8 points for Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Right side Crowder. Pass to Horford. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And while Horford can space the floor, I like him getting inside and using his strength to force the issue.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And so he makes both from the line.
Not your run-of-the-mill big man from the line. This guy can stroke.
The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Rajon Rondo. Since the break, he's come back strong, really making his presence felt. He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Thomas, he's got 8 to the paint. Kicks it out to Bradley. No good on the 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. For Chicago, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Rondo kicks to Wade. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the inside.
The defensive effort that time by Johnson. I mean, that's his game.
Off with the layup. It's Bradley on the wing. Outside for Thomas. Johnson with a screen on run. In the corner, Horford with it. For the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Wade for 3, and it's Bradley with the rebound.
Shock if he bricked out. That shot usually is money for him.
And here is Thomas. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Mirotic with it. And again, Chicago, no good. Rondo against Thomas. Johnson the screen from downtown. Boston again missing. Chicago leading by 5.
And really, you got to commend the Bulls for the success they've had in the draft. If you look at that roster, you see a ton of big-minute players who were drafted by the Bulls. They've done a great job of finding players to fit.
No easy buckets now. Hustle up. We've got to make it tougher for Rondo out there.
Rose, not a bad one there. But since then, they've drafted or made trades on draft day to find a ton of rotation players. Give a lot of credit to their scouting department for their continued success.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Crowder against Mirotic. Outer dishes to Bradley. Shot to stop the drought. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Wade passes to Rondo. Poked loose. Thomas kicks to Bradley. That one falls. Bradley's got 6.
Brave in the paint, Bradley gets it done.
Here's Rondo. Lopez outside. Back to Rondo. Feeds to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Good on the triple. 11 points in the game.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
They're taking any look they can get from there and just making it rain from the perimeter right now.
Thomas, and the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. And here are the Bulls now. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Passes it to Laverne. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound Boston. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Thomas dishes to Smart. Horford with a screen on Wade. Smart passes to Horford. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Bradley, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now here's Grant. He has 7. Kicks it to Laverne. Stolen by Thomas. Looking to get it going. Here's Bradley. That shot no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Down low. Here's Grant. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Some changes for Boston. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Jerebko comes in for Crowder, and it's Brown in for Bradley. And a change for the Bulls. Bobby Portis is checked in for Mirotic. Now Smart. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. No coverage that time.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
And so here is Chicago. And here is Grant. He's got 10. The feed to Laverne. Here's Wade. Back to Laverne. Grant kicks to Wade. And it's off from 3-point range. Stolen by Grant. Got a piece of it. Celtics trail by 9. Well, Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga. Maybe the closest, Chris, we've seen to Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about 7-footers who can space the floor.
Well, he's a 7-footer now, but he grew up playing guard before he had that late growth spurt. You just don't find many players at his size with that kind of shooting and fluidity with the ball. I think his agility at his size is probably the most underrated aspect to his game.
And Isaiah Thomas, of course, Chris, known for his scoring wizard, but he's working to become an all-around player.
He's looking to become more of a facilitator. He wants to make the simple plays as well as the spectacular ones. Also, defensively, he's been making strides. He's watched a ton of film. A student of the game, he's not content to just put up buckets.
Grant outside. They set the pick to the inside and taken away by Brown. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. There's the dish to Crowder. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Thomas. 5 on the clock. Puts one up from 19. And he hits the jump shot. Thomas got 14 points for the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, he can get into the lane at will, and he does. Thomas, an expert at drawing some contact.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That's good from Thomas. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. 7 seconds left in the third. Here's Morrow. No good, unable to end this run.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Bulls. They lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
All right, we got to be strong with the ball now, okay? They're in there slapping, digging anytime we get that thing in the...
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Smart and Crowder at the 2 and the 3. Johnson is out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Thomas in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Crowder kicks to Olynyk. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And as a coach, that's the kind of turnover that drives you nuts.
Boston making some changes. Horford comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and Bradley subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. The Bulls leading by 3. Rondo with the ball. Lopez outside, and Smart over to help. Valentine wide open. He fires off target from 3-point range.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
Right wing. It's up a 3. They get it again. Lopez. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Man, he's in attack mode, crashing the glass, then goes right back up with it.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Chicago. Pass to Horford. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Smart, down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. Horford's shot is good. Horford's got 21.
And Al Horford has never really been a volume scorer, but he's efficient. This game is so much more than scoring.
Here's Rondo. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
Confidence is contagious, and when you see a guy like that finishing over a bigger man, it's got to motivate his teammate.
In the corner, Bradley with it. He feeds it to Horford, and finished off by Horford.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Here's Rondo. is blocked. Outside Crowder. Back to Bradley. Baseline J on the way. Nice ball movement by Boston. Picked by Horford. Smart kicks to Horford. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Three-pointer, Butler. And Boston with the rebound. Crowder's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
His offense remains mostly absent, but he still has been a team player in helping get them the lead.
On the wing, Johnson, covered by Mirotic. 6 to shoot. Smart dishes to Johnson. Chicago grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Rondo. Mirotic the screen. Lopez sets a screen for Wade. Inside and stolen by Horford. An even 3-on-3 break. Smart passes to Johnson. He feeds it to Bradley. Dishes to Smart. He kicks it to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Here's Wade. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you look over the career of Dwayne Wade. He was initially a slasher, but he's improved his shot and pull-up jumper immensely, and even has become a threat from deep if you give him space.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Thinking again about how Wade's skills have evolved over the years, his offensive game has grown immensely since his rookie season.
And it's why he will go down as one of the all-time greats. His work ethic in improving his game. Fantastic post-up player as a guard. Wade's ability to score in any fashion is what makes him one of the great closers in our game.
And the dunk by Horford.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Now here's Rondo, guarded by Smart. Now here's Rondo. Lopez outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the block. That one off the back iron and out.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Johnson dishes to Bradley. Johnson kicks to Bradley. And it's Boston with another. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Stolen by Smart. Here's Horford, unloads from 9, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And now it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
And the powerful frame of Horford, enabling him to rumble through the defensive resistance to put it home.
Lopez, a screen on Bradley. Crowder with the steal. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. Taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, and he reads it all the way, has that slide court awareness you have to be mindful of.
Outside Bradley. Horford the pass to Bradley. Picked by Horford. Off the pick. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the triple. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Wade against Bradley. Wade kicks to Rondo. Good on the bucket. Rondo's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And Chris, for the Celtics, a depth of talent.
I want our defense focused on shutting down Rondo. How many times do I have to repeat myself? He's getting into our paint at will. Take away the easy driving lanes and force him to go baseline. Limit his options out there. Let's go, guys. Let's play some defense.
18 championship.
Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Boston. Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Johnson the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Crowder. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Celtics lead by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lopez kicks to Wade. Grant outside. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
All day. That's money for him. The defense will think twice about leaving him next time.
Thomas, a screen on Grant. And there's the pass to Thomas. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Thomas got 15 points in just the second half. Wade against Bradley. And it's Wade penetrating. Here's Lopez. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Back to Thomas. 1:41 left in the 4th. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Everybody wants to block his shot. Everybody tries to block his shot, but the 5'9" Thomas uses that against him. He floats that ball up. He can't jump higher than that ball.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Grant. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Rondo dishes to Lopez. Bulls moving the ball around, and the shot goes in. And that's 15 points for Dwayne Wade.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Man, another defensive failure at a crucial part of the game. That's just not what you need.
Johnson the screen. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thomas got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for Boston. Bradley against Wade. He dishes it to Rondo. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Thomas kicks to Horford. Rondo with the steal. 11 feet away. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Isaiah Thomas. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And he wanted all of those, trying to fight their way back into this.
Johnson with a screen on Rondo. Thomas kicks to Johnson. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Kicks it out to Bradley. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Chicago.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Disappointing to say the least. They couldn't complete the opportunity to get back into this one. They couldn't complete the opportunity to get back in this one.
Right side, Thomas. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Al. Big offensive night for you. How were you able to get to your spots where you like to score?
The guys were just finding me, and so it kind of freed me up a little bit and allowed me to get more shots. And we were flying around the whole game.
And you guys moved the ball, one of the best teams in the league, Al.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford. I'll tell you what, his season high in points powered everything they did. Clearly he was the catalyst tonight as they come away with the well-deserved W.
His whole game tonight operating on another level, Ernie. And he wasn't just allowed to do whatever he wanted to do. He earned it. That's where the pride kicked in.
Well, how about his shooting tonight? He was locked in from the floor. Wide open, a double team, it did not seem to matter. He was going to sink it in. When you got a player who's that reliable, you're a tough team to beat.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us.